Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Lorelei Shamayo. This is MeWe, Metaphysics and Wellness Fairs for energizing body, mind, heart, and soul. We have events throughout the Northwest United States and also online. We have so many more online these days. We interview our practitioners and vendors so you get a chance to know who we are before you meet us at an event. I'm here today interviewing Sainoor Premji. Sainoor, it's great to be with you.
Thank you. I appreciate you taking the time, and I'm quite excited about being here with you.
No, you're so welcome. Well, tell us about what do you do? What do you offer at our events?
Well, online, I offer Akashic record reading, and I'm also a master hypnotist and a master nutritional consultant.
Great, great. Well, so tell us about, I'm here interested to hear all of it, but tell me a bit just specifically at first about your Akashic Records reading. So what do you do? How is the flavor of how you do it? How are you trained? And share what the sessions are like for
No
people.
problem. When I'd gone to a hypnotist convention one year, hypnosis convention, and I thought, oh, I don't know what to do. And someone was offering Akashic record readings. And I thought, now this looks interesting. So I went to take it. So it comes in two levels. First, I had to learn how to do it on me and how it works. And I was so impressed that I thought I would like to make this as part of my business. And the reason is that I feel that all of us have the tools we need. All of us have special instincts and ways to deal with situations. We may not always be aware of it. So I feel that especially with hypnosis, you can help people get in touch with those inner tools and use them in their daily lives. And there are enough people out there that are still sort of leery of hypnosis and they're not quite sure. So Akashic Records is very similar. You can do Akashic Records in hypnosis as well. A lot of hypnotists will take you to your records. Akashic Records are your book of life. So they contain all the information from the time your soul is conceived till this moment in time. And from what I understand, it holds future possibilities. So from all the readings I've done, I've only had one or two clients that had a very firm that you must do this. Otherwise, they will always say that it'll be better for you. Or did you try this? Or perhaps this is not the right road for you. And that's why I like it, because it still gives you the ownership of where you want to go with it.
Does
And
the
so
information,
the way
I say the way you said it made me wonder, does the information, is it as if you're reading it, or does it come through in more of a clairaudient way or a claircognizant way, or, yeah.
Thank you. So what happens is, the way I was trained is I recite a prayer and that connects me with your name in it. So then it connects me directly to your guides. And then they will give me information that is appropriate for you. They don't open the whole book and let me look at it. They are very respectful. I find that they will always err in the side of their whoever they're taking care of. So if I'm doing your reading, they will only share as much as they know that you're comfortable with me knowing, and only what is significant for that moment in time and place. Mm-hmm. So if we are talking about a career, they won't start giving me information about your children, about your marriage, unless it's interfering with where you are. Mm-hmm. And then as soon as we finish the reading, it's almost like they close the book and they leave and you leave.
Mm-hmm. But how does, is it like a form of channeling? Like how does it come to you to be able to speak it to someone?
You know, it's an interesting question, because a lot of people ask me, and I'm not even quite sure. I'm just aware of the information coming. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it comes in images if it's important. Sometimes it comes in words, but it's never inside my head. It's almost like they're talking to me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, and yeah, then, I kind of have a flavor of what it might be like. Yeah.
And then I share exactly what they tell me. I do not change any words, any sentence structure. I don't try and make it sound better or worse or anything. I feel that they know you best. So whatever comes to me is exactly what comes out of my mouth. And then you can ask for more clarification.
And do you specialize in any way in any particular topics, or people can ask you anything? And do people have specific questions usually?
Everything. The only thing I do not do is mediumship. I don't connect with loved ones or past ones unless there's an important message. I have had them come in during a reading, but I don't offer that as a source. So I feel that if someone is more interested in connecting with their loved ones who have moved on, then I would recommend they go to someone who actually does medium work.
Wow. Wow. Did you want to share anything else too about your hypnosis and the other work that you do?
I love what I do. I find that I love being able to help people realize how many tools they already have. And I love letting people realize that they are stronger than they think they are. Often people will come and they feel so helpless. And then I like them to realize that they are not, that they do have a lot of resources. And sometimes we're in a space where everything seems dark. And then a reading sort of opens things up. And I know I myself go for readings sometimes because I'm at crossroads and I think right, left, straight, stay. Do I move? Do I go? And I love it, just a little something in your mind, in your heart, in your soul, and it opens it up. So that is what I love. For hypnosis, you can use it for anything as well. I've had people ask me questions during Akashic records that I've had similar questions during hypnosis. So they're both a little compatible, except with hypnosis, you go right into your subconscious and make a change. With Akashic records, once the reading is over, you are still responsible for making the change.
Right. Right. Maybe I realized it has me want to wrap back into the Akashic Records work again. So many people that watch this will know what the Akashic Records are, but there might be some people that are watching that don't know. Maybe can you just say a little bit more of maybe not so much what they are, but more of like what is the process for someone when they come in with questions and what is the kind of information that comes back? And
they can come in with questions. I've had people come and say, could I just have a general overview of where I am? And then questions will come. So it works both ways. And they will come in and normally they fill out a form or I need their full name. And then I explain the process to them that I have to recite this 3 times, once out loud so they know what is being recited, twice silently with their name in it. And then they will come. And if there's something that needs to be told right away, then I'll tell them this is their message right away. Sometimes they will come and wait. And then I'll ask the person that, is there anything particular? And if then we go from there. So it's always what the client wants. And I feel that since they are the ones who are coming and sitting in front of me, then I like them to take the lead. Unless they are really not sure, then we sort of begin and then they will come up with their questions.
And you said that it works through a person's guides.
Yes.
Can you say more about that process of how that happens?
Well, I believe we all have a series of guides. And for the reading, either a few of them, sometimes only one comes, sometimes one comes and leaves and another comes. I sort of have a general sense of that. Or sometimes a group of them will come, and sometimes their ancestors will come and identify themselves, and depending on what information needs to be shared.
Oh, great.
So
Great.
it's a really neat process, and I'm always amazed at the information that comes through. And sometimes they will ask me to say something, and I think, I have to say that. And when I say it, it hits the right button, and the person goes, oh my God, I needed to hear that. So that's why I say everything as I am told.
It's great. You shared a little bit of how you started doing Akashic Records readings. How did you start doing hypnotherapy or the other practices you have?
It was quite a long time ago. I was teaching, and I tended to be very sick over the school year. I would get colds and I would do this. And so finally I thought enough antibiotics and I went to a naturopath. And in the process of healing, I was so impressed as to how incredible I felt. And then I would be walking down the hall and the other teachers would stop and tell me, my God, Shanu, you look really good. And I would think, what did I look like before? And so I drifted into the natural world. And one of the things I had to do, I wanted to become a naturopath, and it was very hard to do it in person in Canada. So I sort of joined this online company. And it's not, I can't legally call myself a naturopath in Canada, but it doesn't matter. It started me on this process. So while I was taking the naturopathic course, part of the requirements was that I observe and be part of as many different modalities as possible.
Mm.
And so what I did was I told everyone I knew that I need to have so many hours of observations. And it was incredible how many different modalities I discovered. And one of the women I knew had a friend who did hypnosis. So when I went to her, she looked at me and she says, "You have such an incredible voice. Let me train you as a hypnotist."
Yeah.
And I remember my father said, "People will pay you for this?" And so and then I discovered that I was good at it. Never knew.
Yeah. It's great. It's great. Well, if people want to learn more about you, find you online, where do they go?
They go to dobehypnosis.com.
And could you
The
spell
number
that?
two,
Yeah.
yeah, the number two, the letter B, hypnosis.
Okay. 2bhypnosis.com. Great. Great. Well, I look forward to having you in our events. Very exciting.
Thank you. I look forward to seeing you, and I appreciate you taking the time, and I'm quite excited.
No, you're welcome.
You
It's
have a
great.
wonderful slew of practitioners that are going to be online. I'm looking forward to meeting them as well.
Great. No, thank you. For those of you listening and watching, you can learn more about us at mewefairs.com. That's MEWEFAIRS.com. Thanks so much.